Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This day we're going to be testing out the new patch. I'm excited, I think. I've heard mostly good things, mostly. I've heard a couple things of like the interceptions aren't great and maybe pace is a little bit too good. But everything else supposedly is going to be in my favor. It's supposed to be more skill-based, it's supposed to be, the attacking AI is supposed to be better, defensive AI worse. Tackles a little bit more consistent, maybe stronger manually, but not as good when like the AI is kind of tracking back on you. And you're supposed to just have more space, and maybe dribbling's been slightly improved, even though they don't really say. That's been a main factor, but the two big things have been advanced forward, something I use, something pretty much everyone uses, but there have been some problems with it. It's still, I think, the best one. I'd rather use false 9, but they code it so poorly. So horribly. Yeah, advanced forward being the next best, and supposedly that's been massively bumped. And the inside forwards, which, as you all know, I've been using for the last, 2 months now. Supposedly they're better on left wing and right wing, so we might try that out in the future, but for now, the left mid and right mid, very, very excited. A little bit nervous, not gonna lie, because EA tends to be a bit weird with these, and every time we've had a patch in the past come out and everybody gets ecstatic about it day one, we all kind of come to realize over the next couple days there are some things about it that have actually made the game worse, so gonna try to take the positives for now, but we'll see how this goes. So, core gameplay systems like passing, shooting, goalkeeping, and defending, brilliant. This is supposedly their most significant mid-season gameplay overhaul they've ever made. They're calling it more of a refresh than an update sometimes, so that's great. We needed it. Issues like defenders catching up to dribblers too often. More offensively fluid gameplay, enabling you to move the ball easier, reduce tacklebacks, and AI interceptions. So, tacklebacks is a funny word. I don't actually know what this means, but, I mean, cool, yeah. I assume that's bounce backs, but like this isn't an actual word. Yeah, this is great. This is necessary. Probably gonna hurt me a little bit because I don't use pace that much, but I mean we needed it. More offensively fluid gameplay. What does that actually mean though? So we're gonna have to look at everything else. Following changes. Significantly reduced effectiveness of first-time lob through passes. Yes, thank you. Absolutely necessary. We've needed this for so long, and this shouldn't be hard to nerf. These should be so easy to just fine-tune where they need to be, but no, it's taken them so long. Now able to provide quicker support when they are familiar with their role. This is good. It depends on what they mean by support, but that should help me when they're all getting closer, especially on short passing. I imagine that's going to be a pretty big deal. Intelligence of attacking and supporting runs made by AI teammates. These sound the same, although I guess this is more about roll pluses and this is just in general, but AI teammate attacking run quality when trying to beat the offside line. So hopefully they stay onside more, and maybe they'll curve the run a little bit more, make it more diagonal, or just not make it when that offside's being triggered, so we'll see how that goes. AI teammates can better hold their runs when near the line and get back on. Okay, that's related. This is a little subset, so that's good. Effectiveness of inside and advanced forward. So this is massive. I do wonder if I can use Playmaker finally, because I'd love to get Mata back in the team, but we'll see. Better evaluate when to you can move further up the pitch, and better evaluate when to run into space to occupy a position. Further up the pitch is nice to get just some more attackers. Better evaluate when to run into space. That's great. It depends on what they mean though, because EA's idea of what this means and my idea of what it means will probably be slightly different, but hey, we'll see. Attacking players can now operate in attacking spaces near other. This is one of the biggest things. I hope this is better. Out of everything in this patch, this might be my most important. Because if there's a player already occupying a space, another player can't run through it. And if the one player is just being stationary, then it makes the whole team stationary. So I hope they can run off of each other, the support, and then kind of running through some of the same spaces without just being completely stopped by maybe like the one roll plus in your team instead of pluses, and that one just hinders everybody else. I hope this is as good as I want it to be. Can continue the runs more often, excluding. I wonder what this means exactly, but it could be nice, because sometimes they'll like stop their run halfway through, just kind of fake you out, so hopefully that's makes it a little more consistent and easier to predict. Accuracy and shot speed from inside the box that's big. I was worried about the finesse shot buff, but if it's just inside the box, that's actually really nice. Hopefully the goalkeepers are a little bit nerfed, and I do wonder if this is. Oh, and it's for regular shots too. Okay, but I wonder how much that's going to affect finesse playstyle pluses as well. Shot speed from. Accuracy of low, difficulty regular. That's good. Slightly increase the impact of attributes on. Increase the. Okay, so having the right things for finesse shots is more important now. Kind of a shame, actually, because if you don't have finesse shot playstyle, then they've basically been useless to do so far, but hey. The anticipate playstyle and are more likely to tackle the ball towards a teammate. That's pretty big. I'm looking to get John Stones maybe this weekend or as soon as I can get Sancho in the team, so I'd love to have an anticipate plus player to test that out. Improve the quality of touches the defenders can make on tackle. That's massive. Hopefully that reduces the bouncing around, the tackle backs as I think they're calling it. Somewhat forward while being tackled, resulting in incorrectly running the ball back. Okay. Yeah, this is funny wording. In some cases, could have unintentionally... Yeah. We know what's going on here. Defender could assemble when running toward... Yep, we know that too. Yeah, defenders will mark dribblers less tightly and will be less likely to cover shooting lanes. Good, okay, so hopefully you get a little bit more space from like my play style of just working it in the box, allowing everybody to get tight into you, making the defense compact, but then still finding space to take a shot. Triggered runs can once again be requested by controlled sprint dribble. I didn't know you couldn't. That's interesting. Ground pass is buffed. Semi-assisted through pass is buffed. Ground pass is buffed again. This is the biggest thing of concern, apparently, is interceptions are now 2 nerfed, but we'll see how that goes. Decreased AI players making successful interceptions. That's massive, though. If the AI... I don't care if AI should never, ever make an interception, in my opinion. Like, just never. You should have to manually switch to do that. Drop deeper while defending on left mid, right mid winger. Corner defending is a little bit different now for counters. Goalkeepers slightly closer to the near post. Hopefully that fixes the near post spam that everybody's doing when they're at the touchline. Okay, we're going to skip the rest of them. I think we've seen everything we really need to here. I don't see anything specifically about inside forward or advance forward. Correctly run past the ball and flare, jog, nutmeg, orange strafe dribbling. I know about that. That's not a massive deal, though. Okay, let's, I'm gonna hop in a moment and see if the dribbling itself feels any better. Okay, so I'm just gonna test out some of my dribbling here. Can't say this feels any different whatsoever, but obviously dribbling wasn't really focus. I feel like Lookman going down to... Oh, I can't make tackles. I feel like Lookman going down there was a little bit different, but that actually feels slower, if I'm honest. A lot slower. Do they nerf shot cancels? Or am I just doing them wrong? It looks like the AI is getting less impacted by them, because they're definitely in different spots. So the AI is like worse at tackling you now, but they're staying close but not actually doing anything. So I guess that works. I mean, hey, even if they're really close, if you can just kind of walk slightly to the side and take your shot, as long as they're not blocking it, because they used to be really annoying with that. Maybe it's better. Seems like dribbling might be slightly nerfed, or pretty much the same, honestly. But hopefully the space is better, as chat's saying there. So let's play an actual game and take a look. All right, let's hop in. First game, new patch, always excited. Oh, that pass is very different. Intriguing. Those two both felt slower. Is that because neither of them had incisive? Because they got good stats for it. Wow, okay, yeah, the directions everybody's moving in feels... Okay, that's wild. That's immediately different. There's way more space. My players are slower to track back, and there's just like way more space for them to operate in. The inside forward is a little more interior. Oh, Al Sharawi, that's not the right spot, actually. That's interesting. It works, though. Okay, where do they go from here? Alsho's at the top of the box. It makes Vitinha move forward. Aww. The fullbacks don't want to track at all. The opponent actually had Karchawi done there if he played a through ball. That side, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, Teo seems faster than ever. That's great. There's no catching him up. Do any of the other players run into that space? Lookman, it's down. He doesn't want to go down. It's alright, though. We'll just try to build up from back here. Yeah, Mars is way more inside here. That's good, though. That's about where I want him. It's the wrong guy, but it works. Interesting. Felt kind of slow on the turn, honestly, there, Lookman. I think I'm definitely going to have to get used to the new dribbling. I think it's going to be... It could both... Yeah, Elshaw is different. I don't like dribbling as it is. It might be both worse and more effective. So it depends on the spacing of it, right? But from the face value of it, I don't like dribbling. That's a shame. Again, that depends on how that works with the rest of the systems, because I might be more able to dribble than I used to, but it feels heavier. That's not where it went. That's fine, though. Interesting. It's not where I meant for that pass to go, actually. It's supposed to be the other side of the defender, but it works. I just want to say goal side now, because that's the concern, right? Good. All right. Shame. First touches definitely feel different, too. And not different better. They feel different worse, I think. Here's Vitinha making a run he normally wouldn't. Lookman has now gone all the way down. Interesting. Kind of what I mentioned in moments there. He might be more prone to... It's kind of what they mean by the supporting thing. Elshaw's not up here. Tell him to go on a run. There's a block. That's fine, though. Elshaw wasn't up there because he played support and it was Gilmore that was allowed to go for... Oh, Roger... No, he's so slow there. Ah, dribbling does feel a lot worse. And so much for better defending on counters, huh? Counters for corners. They said they nerfed that. Good tackle. Shame they haven't seemed to nerf the power or how effective attackers are at defense. Rodrigo was smarter there, actually. Not actually sprinting offside, even though that was an L1 queued run. I wonder if they changed how L1 works. Vitinha's further up than I want, though. I don't want them getting that far up the field. Good, Kochawi. I wonder if that's because I've got fullback balanced, though. I wonder if they stay further back when the fullbacks are on wingback. That's through. Shame. Alright, ground pass is better. I'm Elite Division. Favorite player is Vitinha or Mahrez right now. I'm not sure which. Tiki-taka and passing is back and overpowered. It seems that way. I just can't get in the right spaces for it, but Buffon, come on. It seems like they've made first... I know he doesn't have the play style, so his have always been bad. It seems like they've made it a lot worse. It's a shame. First touch is needed, without question, to be better. They have no reason to be this bad. Rodrigo staying on side. That's good. That works. I feel like those shot cancels were worse, but he had more space to perform them in. The CDMs were nowhere near tracking back there, so... I don't know how I feel about that trade-off. In that kind of situation, I'd rather a buff to dribbling than a nerf to defending, but... Or, you know, at least if they're going to nerf defending, nerf it in a way that's like only nerfs defending but keeps dribbling the same, not massively nerf defending and slightly nerf dribbling. You know, it's kind of weird, but... Vitinha actually up here. Mara's making a very strange move there. Now Vitinha's my striker. I wonder if I can't use deep lying playmaker roaming anymore because they're too attacking now. Wingbacks feel good? Okay. Finally rewarded for manual defending. That's good. Lost one all out of 8 games. Feels like you're gonna. It's worth grinding. Okay. Rapids boosted. Yep. Even fullback defend not as effective. It seems that way. Yeah. My main problem right now is actually Gilmore and Vitinha taking up too good of spaces, where I can't get the inside forwards involved at all. It's kind of Vitinha where I want Mahrez. So we're going to try deep line playmaker defend, which I don't want to use, but it's just better overall for the team if Mahrez and El Shaarawy are in the spaces that Gilmore and Vitinha are. I'd rather build up from deeper with those two and, you know. Left mid and right mid are better shooters anyway, so I'd rather have them in the box. Let's do a little give and go. Ooh. He's so slow that... Oh, man. Yeah, I don't like how they feel on the ball. I do have to give my opponents way more space now. And just stay goal side. No point coming short into them. Can he take the first touch? Mahrez takes a while to get involved, but he does eventually. I mean, that's like infinite space, though. I don't know. I don't know, man. It, like... Attacking is easier, yeah. I feel like this might be one of those, like, it's better, but I don't like it. Do I like it before? Do I like it more than before? Probably, but it depends on you. I think it's going to be, like usual, entirely dependent on how you face, on who you're facing. Because I think if you come up against somebody like me, then it's going to be way more annoying now. Whereas at least before I could kind of mitigate them. But if you face like me or somebody who's good at this close dribbling stuff, it feels kind of like good luck now. Oh, that's a poor shot, but yeah, infinite space. It is more skill-based, so I think it's probably going to be better for me in the end. Just have me winning more of my games, but... I feel like the games against people who are good are going to be, like, annoying in a not fun way now. Because you can almost just do this entirely now. Like, I feel like the build-up back here, if Gilmore had first touch. Like, this is a good thing for the game, but again, if you face somebody who's doing this, this is going to be, like, way too easy almost. Should I be complaining about too easy? No. I don't know. It's just I'm debating. I have no idea, man. We'll just have to keep playing and see how it feels. Mahrez being as effective as ever, as he was like my best player last weekend. I'm sorry to be so kind of like negative about it. Is it better? Probably, yeah. Is it more fun? Yeah, not in the ways I would hope, but yes, overall. It's an absolutely different game. Like, there's no... This is not FC 25. This is FC 25 Part 2. It is entirely different. There's almost no aspect of the system that still feels the same. Like, when have you ever seen this shape in my build-up, right? This is wild. Now, they were way more effective. Want to give and go. That's unfortunate. Opponent should be... Oh, that's not great either. Yeah, game's kind of still got some of the bounces, huh? Don't know if it really looks like the bounces have been fixed, but it's an entirely different game, yeah. Again, this is not FC 25 anymore. Yeah, 25. This is FC 26 almost. Boss is cooking, dominating, and still not happy. Listen. I feel like the AI won me the game, though. Like, the opponent was just a bad defender, and I was a good attacker, and that was it. I don't feel like a lot of my goals were that fun to score. We'll see. We'll see. Let's keep going. We'll see how this is. Okay. Lucky. Oh, that goes in. I'm surprised by that. Surprised it wasn't blocked, but hey. Actually, I had a pass on there I didn't see, but... I don't know. I mean, the dribbling's still good enough, I suppose. Patch as it is right now, but... It's okay. We'll figure it out. Hey, I mean, that's good AI. That's really good AI. You can say that much for sure. Yeah, so I changed, like, this first half has been nothing. I haven't been able to do a single thing this first half. I put deep lying defend instead of deep lying roaming, and look at what I can do. It's very interesting positioning, because it's Lookman occupying that instead of Mara, so Mara stays really far back, which isn't bad, but it's still not what I want. Yeah, the AI is not going to save you there, though. Problem with Playmaker Cam, though, is Mata's still nowhere to be found. How do they run from here? I'm curious. Like nothing, they just don't. I'll take a pen, I guess. Unacceptable. Can't be doing that in a competitive video game in 2025, man. I don't feel like the attacking AI is better, though. I just don't. Not generally. Into the aggression of it. Like, look at Mara's here. It's gonna take so long for me to actually have all my attackers up here. That's so lucky. That's also not cool for a competitive game in 2025. I score because it's a... I run into him and then tackle him. I don't feel like the tackle backs are better. I feel like they're worse, actually. Do I need to put inside forward attack on now? Because they're just too... They're too supportive. Or is this just a problem with Playmaker and not actually with Shadow Striker? Thank you, El Shaarawy. Okay. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So much for nerfing first time through balls. Mata felt really bad on the ball there, unfortunately. What? Wrong guy. You can tell, like, the defender, like, Dalglish lingers more there. He falls over more, but then it gets ruined. Come on. Well, I can say for free, inside forward attack is significantly worse. You see me unable to do anything this game. Is he through? Is he actually through? Okay. I mean, he's fast. You can tell he's faster now. Dribbling is worse, but... Oh, man. What is that, dude? What is that? Oh, he's actually outside. That's wild. Okay, what a phenomenal ball. Yeah, I mean, the passes are buffed. It's not my fault, game. I wasn't to know. Okay. I mean, those tackle backs still being effective, though. I mean, that's the problem. I don't feel like they've kind of nerfed that really being better. The first touches are worse, so the tackles are just more effective. Cams, other than how they support, theoretically. Thank you, Buffon. Lucky. That's not cool. That's really not cool. Alright. Come on, Mata. Oh, wrong guy. It works, I suppose. Alright. Can I skip, please? I can't, I guess. Because I think when they're supporting, it's kind of... they're behind you or they're in front of you, rather than most of the time being, like, to the side of you. And to the side of you is where my dribbling's really beneficial. That's an absurd tackle from Mata. They didn't nerf that finish, though, apparently. And chat, that one I could have scored with Mahrez. I'm not saying, like, the attacking positioning isn't better. It's just not supportive. It's not the way I want to score my goals. But it's definitely a way to score goals now. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Still feel like a lot of my goals come from like bounces or physical contact that just works out for me though. Wide. Give me that. He doesn't do the dribble though. That's weird. It's not where I want. Ah, the first touch, man. I mean, the AI is good in like that position. I don't feel like it's good in general though. Why don't I have? Did they take those? They didn't fix tackles at all. They seem worse. It's so annoying. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. Let's use the wing here. Yeah. I mean, maybe better for Mahrez, maybe? I feel like he would have done that before. I'm not sure, man. I wouldn't say that's a better run. Ah, thank you. But like, wow. Also, but finesses were buffed, so weird. Mata loses the ball. Yeah, no, Mata's coded a little weird. He's not as good on the ball as the stats say, and it's not strength related. It's something else with him. I actually shot that far post, but like Elshot gets into the right spot, but it's very easy to guard. I don't know, man. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, you don't expect the CDM to run through, do you? That's not what I meant to do, but hey, Vitinha's good, so it works. Okay. Like, is Mahrez in a better spot there? I don't know, man. I don't know. Goalie movement. Oh. You still can dribble, it feels worse. I mean, they caught up so quick after the final one. I should have been by. I should have been past, like, gone. And I guess it works. I guess it works. Yeah, that's better. I like that one more. I had to think on it, but I think that was better. Slightly, but better. Well, I suppose that's the end of day one with the patch, and my final thoughts are... It's not the revelation that everybody messaged me said it was. It's not the revelation everybody I saw, like every other YouTuber and everything. I didn't even necessarily have more fun. I think it is more skill-based. I think the early games in Weekend League are going to be better. I think more likely to result in the player who deserves to win to actually win. So like if an Elite Division player plays a Div 2, Div 3 player, that game probably ends up with the result favoring the Elite Division player more now post-patch than it did pre-patch, which is good. Ultimately, that's what we need. We need a more skill-based game. That's one of the biggest problems with this game. That said, the dribbling feels a little bit weird. The positioning's still a little off. I think some of the goals I had were definitely easier, but is that better? Well, I could have just scored them a different way before. Did I really score a lot of goals this time because of the attacking AI? Only in one or two very specific situations. They position slightly different when you've got the ball out wide and like all the way in the corner of the box. So, when you're showing the screen here, the goal's like back here, your PK box is here-ish. When you're like out here, it's a little bit better as you're cutting inside. Maybe you score, like I scored more goals this way. Whereas last weekend I either scored them like doing this and going back outside the box and scoring like that. Or instead of going through the box at first, you'd go back and then do that. Whereas now I feel like this one's just a little bit better going across like that. If that makes sense, but other than that, I don't feel like the advance forward made better runs that much. I don't feel like... I guess I got away more when I was through with Rodrigo and he's quick, but I don't really play with that playstyle anyway. Mata was slightly better as a single plus as opposed to a double plus as a cam, but Lookman's still so much better there. I have to use him, I think. Which is a shame, because I want to use Mata, but Mata would get out wide a lot more, whereas Lookman's a little bit more central. The interceptions are slightly nerfed. The tackling is slightly different. The bounce backs are as bad as they were before. Not better, not worse, just different. It feels like which bounce back is going to result in which thing is different now, and it's just going to take a while to learn that. Dribbling slightly worse, passing slightly better, space slightly better, defending slightly worse. Is that a better game? No, it just kind of feels like it's switched. Like, kind of just like a spinning circle, the game's like, this is what's good, and this is what's bad, and now this is what's good, and this is what's bad. And what's, before you had this was bad and this was good, and now it's this, like, you just swap around how the game is, but it's the same pile of garbage it was before. Does that make sense? I feel like this is the best way I can explain it. So, like, dribbling was good before in the red, and, passing was yellow, and passing's still kind of yellow, just in the other direction. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. It's not what I would have done. It's not what I wanted. Is it playable? It's about as playable as before. Again, the caveat is I think those easier games are going to be even easier than before, which is nice. You might have a couple games that are less stressful in the weekend league, because a lot of people are just going to spam some random mechanic and spam the pace, and if you're good enough at defending that, they'll have nothing against you. But the games that are against other high-quality opponents, I think are going to be maybe even more annoying than they were before. Is that better? I don't know, man. More annoying because, like, they'll have a little bit more space to operate in, and then they might be able to do better things against you, but then also just good opponents will just find a way to sprint through. That's the one concern, though, because every patch, there's always, like, a little bit of excitement as it's released, maybe it's better, and then people find some other crappy way to play. So the question is another spammable mechanic going to be found or not? From day one, it doesn't look like it, but maybe you find another way to sprint, or another passing type that's powerful or something, so... We'll see how the weekend goes. I'm not going to say I'm optimistic or pessimistic about it. It's just, this is what the game is. This is how it is. It's pretty much the same game it was before. Was hoping this would be a little bit more uplifting of a video, but it is what it is. This is what they've done with it. And we'll see what happens with Team of the Year as we get even better cards and you face, better players than before. I mean, my team's almost all under 90 rated, and pretty soon this is going to start going up to some pretty high rated players. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.